Hello everyone, this is Rosemary and this is a walkthrough for a vintage style traveler's notebook that I made for a swap. As you can see, it's about 8¼ by 4¼ and the title is Christmas Memories. I did some collaging here. You can see a little applique. This is a Christmas card. I love to use doors, like coming home for the holidays, coming home for Christmas. This is a Christmas card, and I put a little bit of tissue paper over the stripes just to give it a little bit more texture, a little bit of lace running around it, around the picture, so that the Christmas card wouldn't look so harsh. I don't know, on that. And on this side, I have some ribbon. This is some ribbon I bought at clearance, and I've been wanting to use the trees, and it goes really nice with the striped scrap paper right here. So this is the cover, and the closure is this ribbon, this wired ribbon, but I took out the wire, and it kind of still has a lot of body. And I bought this also at a thrift, and I've been wanting to use it, and I think it makes a beautiful closure. It has so much body. So here we go. Again, on these swaps, they want us not to overload our journal so that the new owner can add something extra, add their own touch to this. So keeping that in mind, and also wanting to have the journal not be so blank, which I've seen some, and that's nice. And here are some tickets for the new owner to do some decorating. This is a stamp tag. I have a stamp collection of Santas, and here's a large tag of some vintage ornaments. So this is the inside, and basically this journal was made of odds and ends of in my stash, so it's all bits and pieces. This is a giant tag, flip actually, and it describes Christmas, and you flip it open, and you can see how large that tag is on top, so you can do a lot of things to it. And here's some lined note paper. And this is note paper with a little dog and the cat with a Christmas background. And I just kind of like Christmas tablets and all kinds of things. I pick this stuff up and I just add them on. So bits and pieces, and this is an example right here. This is a little tuck right here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I wish journal companies would do more with It's the most wonderful time of the year. And these two little decorations are tucks. So there's a lot of tucks, so the new owner can make this journal their own. This is another Christmas card, and you can see, like I said, I love doors, and yet it is still blank. And so, you know, wanting to give space and yet decorating, I made some clusters. And here's one of my clusters, a clustered tuck right there, as you can see. And it's made from bits and pieces of Tim Holtz. I have a Martha Stewart snowflake tuck right there. And so oh, that one probably needs a little bit more glue, but it's a tuck. And you can put a picture and fit it in there and then probably glue it. And here's another kind of cluster, Tim Holtz little people, because again, it's vintage. And I always like this idea of the Christmas trees, you know. And it is a pocket, and this is an envelope. So you can journal on there, and again, make it like a tuck there, and there you can kind of see it going in. And right now, because of the angle I'm holding it, it's kind of hard to get in, but it's really easy to get in. And so that's a pocket. And then this is it was a pattern, some kind of painting book or something. And again, this is another Christmas card, and I just think that's really very cute. And there is another little cluster, and it has He has his own tag this time. As you can see, this is what it looks like without the tag. And the page stands by itself without the tag. I just want to show the owner that it is a pocket. And here it says Burr, it's Burr Snow, because the little boy has some ice skates. Again, my Martha Stewart punch right here. And then I put half a snowflake there just to add a little extra to it. And there you see it on this side. And here's another little cluster. Because you want to give space. And so all these tags can be removed and be used. And so you can see how the tag adds a little something. So this is a Martha Stewart, a Tim Holtz, a Tsunami Rose, Martha Stewart punch, just some leftover border. Here you see these a little laciness right there. And I left the strings just because it added some fun to it. And here is another little tuck right there. And this is an envelope. I bought some Christmas envelopes. There was a pile of them last year. And there's another little cluster. And here is a tag to show. I forgot to put a little bit of string there. And you can see the envelope. So, you know, I know sometimes people want to save things. So this is the envelope right there. And this is a border tuck. As you can see, it will stand by itself. And here's a printable. And you can just add it in there and it stays there. And it says Deck the Halls. And again, this has some red lace, just some very small red lace. And snowed in is also a little pocket. Yet you can see all this little area to tuck. Maybe to journal, add your own touches in. And this is from a calendar. You know, people give me calendars and I kind of look at them for a while. And this one I took apart. And it works really well with this journal. And All Hearts Coming Home for Christmas is from Tsunami Rose. And this is just an envelope. But it also, I glued the envelope so it does fit. It will hold a tag right there. So there's a lot of hidden pockets, yet as you look at it, you would say, oh, that's just the decoration, but really they're pockets. And here's some note paper. This is one of those flip pockets, and I found this on Pinterest, the Christmas Tree Fairy, and I think she is so pretty, and it goes with this paper. I picked this paper because I thought it looked kind of vintagey, and I like it because you can still write on it, you can journal on it, and there's the flip. So this is what I mean about giving the owner a chance to do something with it. Lightly decorated. Here's a snowflake, the punching, and again, you kind of see on the avocado stained paper a little bit of the snowflakes. This is again a Tsunami Rose. Printable. It's like a vintage card, best wishes, and I surrounded it with some lace up here at the top and the bottom, and plenty of journaling space. But as you can see, even the back with the lace showing through and a sticker, it is still lightly decorated. And this is the center of the signature, and I have used another Christmas card. I glued it on two of the corners, and it is a large pocket for this tag that says, believe in the magic of Christmas. And I kept my tags black and white to give it that vintage look. And here you can see it's a card, so the new owner can put whatever they want there, a picture, paper, etc. You can see I did some stitching, some red stitching. It just adds a little something to the blank pages, a little border. And here the paper, and this is the Tim Holtz and a sticker. And I kind of like when layering, just kind of, you can see down at the bottom. And this is a flip out, and this is a gigantic tuck, or you can glue it down and you can just kind of write on it. And this is a little ornament, so it's just lightly embellished. Here, just beautiful pages because you can say, what could I do with this? This is a sticker decorating this right here. And here is a small little cluster of a Tim Holtz. And I had these cut out from last year. Tsunami Rose printables right here. It's a pocket. And yet it would stand by itself without the tag. So it's up to you can leave them as decoration or just leave it there. It's just some staining there. This is the other side of the calendar. And again, the picture, and here's a little reindeer. And this is a large journaling tag. And the stitching at the top, and they go together. So I think it looks kind of vintage. And here again, the envelopes, I actually attached 2 envelopes together. And there's the lace. And it kind of, you can see this, it's all kind of like layering there, and you turn it over and it's a Christmas list. And so that you put something in there, you can put the flap on the inside and make it a large tuck, whatever you want to do with it. I had some tags in there, and you can just close it like this. And since there's a Christmas list, here's Santa Claus checking his list also. And down here, again, another little tiny pocket. And this came from a Christmas card leftover piece. And all I did, it says sending Christmas greetings. I just kind of left it like that. And you can turn it around either way. And I thought it would make a nice little journaling card. This is an embellished paper clip from Graphic 45s. I found a stack of that Graphic 45s Tuesday morning. And more punching. And here's the other side of that card with a little girl. And I left it right there. Hope the holidays are filled with all your favorite things. And here's a to-do list. And then you turn it over. And here's another little pocket right here with a little ginger man kind of coming up lightly. And it is a pocket, so you could put a tag right there if you wished. You can just leave it alone. And since there's a gingerbread, I have this as this little girl, the more the merrier. And of course she's looking at all the baked goods. And here's a little, these came from Pinterest, a gingerbread recipe. And this tin, gingerbread gems. And they came from Pinterest. This could also go right in here because it's gingerbread. Then you can pull it out and see it that way. So there's 2 ways of playing with the tags. And again, you see how the stitching makes quite a difference on basically a blank page. These are some borders I was given and I decided to use them. This is a collage of a Santa Claus with Tim Holtz bits and pieces. And here are 2 tags I'm sure you've seen on Pinterest. The naughty tag and the nice tag. And I thought Santa Claus could make use of them right there. So I put them right there. And here's a tag to show that it's really a little pocket. And let's see, turn it over. And here's another little corner pocket. I think this came from an envelope. And I just kind of glued it onto some cardstock and glued it in a way so it becomes a little tuck. This is part of the card with a little house, and I covered it with some tissue paper kind of, left it ready for the new owner to decorate, write on whatever. And there you see the other side. This is again another, these are, like I said, bits and pieces that have been floating around my stash. And here, Santa Claus soap. I think it's just pretty, a very pretty picture. So my attempt at vintage. And this is blank, again, for the owner to finish it up. Here you can see is a Merry Bingo card. Here's a little booklet. This from Tsunami Rose Printable. And of course it is holding some little details paper so you can add some more note taking. So again, as you look at this, this is this is how I get into the spirit of the holidays. I make a journal. And that's how I begin my celebrations. And basically, there's a lot of room to journal, do whatever you want to do on this journal, make lists. And what is really doing the decorating are the tags. So you can remove all the tags, and there are quite a few tags, and that is what adds the charm to this journal. So again, thank you for watching, and have a Merry Christmas to you and your family. We'll see you again.